Hello everyone, the 316, the GoManiac 316 here, with another Morphin Monday Lightning Collection review. This time, I got the Wave 11 Wild Force Silver Ranger, also known as the Lunar Wolf. Retailed originally for $22.99, they increased it to $24.99, and depending on where you got it, you might have got it for either of those two prices, $22 or $24.99. I got mine at that original $22.99 price. But I did get mine on Amazon, and Amazon has a pre-order price guarantee, and at one point he was on sale for I think like $19.99, so I saved some money. Anyway, before we actually take a look at the figure in full, let's talk about the controversy behind this figure. This figure, in the original promotional artwork, not on the box, because that they fixed it on the box, came with 5 stripes and white boots. Now, thankfully, I do have a 6-stripe variant of the figure, which is the biggest complaint I had. Unfortunately, I got the white boots though, but you know, all you need is like a silver paint marker or a Sharpie, and just paint over it, and you're good. I probably won't paint over mine. There are some comic book images where he does have white boots, so this figure technically is accurate. However, unfortunately, it is missing a holster for his Lunar Q, which is a shame, but honestly, it doesn't bug me that he doesn't have a holster. Like, of all the things, I'd rather the figure be close to accurate and then have somewhere to put his weapon, although the holster is accurate to the character and the figure itself. It's not something that bugs me. Anyway, the only other thing I have an issue with is the accessories. The accessories are good, but he's missing one. So first of all, let's take a look at his weapon. Yeah, matey? If I can get it out of his hand, yeah. Not sure why I just went Australian. So the weapons he comes with, if I can get it out of his hand, he comes with 2 versions of his Lunar Q. And if I can... There we go. So he's got the saber, and he's got the sniper mode. He does not come with the Q mode, unfortunately. You know, where he's got that final slash attack, and then he lines up his animal crystals and then shoots them like a pull Q. Basically, what would happen is it basically looks like this form, but the front here and the back here are extended, and basically he pulls on the back here, and it shoots like a pull Q. But you know, these look nice, and this one does fit in either of his, holding hands, which come on both hands, both sides, left and right. So it looks good. There's minimal paint on both of these, but it's what is only necessary, so I appreciate that. Usually the handle I've seen in the show, I think it was like a bronze handle, but again, it doesn't bug me. I'd rather an unpainted handle. Last few accessories he gets 2 of the clawed hands for the left and the right. Right now he has the right clawed hand, which gives the figure a lot of personality, and it's really fun to pose with these hands. It's probably how I'll be posing the figure. Comes with one of these effect pieces we've seen since Beast Morphers Gold, although this one, oddly enough, is in red. Although I don't think they've done a silver effect piece, they've definitely done an off-white one, so nice to get one in red. Finally, you get the Merrick Head, which at angles it's good, at other angles it's kind of crappy. Let me see if I can get the... There we go. So, I mean, it looks alright. I don't have any issue with it. Again, I probably won't be posing my figure with this particular head, but let's go ahead and pop it on the figure. Helmet comes off nice and easy. And the head comes off easy, but it's hard to get it on. So let me readjust the figure here and we can take a look. Here he is with the civilian head sculpt on. I don't think they ever were demorphed like this, where they had the suits on, as far as I know. I might be wrong, but other than for promotional artwork, I don't think this ever happened in the show. But always nice to get a civilian head, even if, most of the people are going to keep them helmeted. Fine by me. But let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. Now this figure, and all Wild Force Rangers for that matter, were highly anticipated for me. I just put the box down because it's easier for the focus. I absolutely love this figure, even though it has its issues. So let's start off with the helmet sculpt. The helmet sculpt looks fantastic. I think it looks, spot on to the specific ranger, the Lunar Wolf. They got all the blue detail up here. None of it's like misaligned at all, as far as I can tell. The red eyes are painted in. It looks good. From the side, even, it looks great. Just, I got no problems with this head sculpt. Now, the white trim around the visor, it's kind of hard to see in camera here, but I'm going to try to get a better light in here. You can see that it is a little bit fuzzy in places and a little uneven in others. So the teeth are supposed to be silver. Those are just molded on. They're not painted in silver, they're just molded in silver. So they had to paint around that with the black and the white. And, for such a small scale of figure, they did a pretty good job on that. Doesn't look too bad. Back of the helmet is what you'd expect, although he has this really long line on the back of his helmet. Let's put that back in place. Sorry if you hear like lightning or thunder. It's raining here, but you can definitely see big line here. It's molded in there. It's not like it's a separate piece or anything. Just weird. And it's also not even lined up, so you can't even call it like a break in the helmet. But the rest of the figure, as far as I know, is not missing any sort of paint detailing. Because my version, again, does have the 6 stripes. You can count all 6 of the gold stripes, which is exactly how many he should have. The wolf logo here looks good. It is in a gold paint, very similar to the one for the stripes. It's really nice and shiny, just clear gold, although because it's on the silver, it looks a bit brighter since the blue's a bit darker. Now, the plastic they used for the silver, it's partially translucent. And the easiest place to spot that, I think, is on this shoulder here. You could definitely see hold on, the light's a little too harsh. It might not come up easy on camera, but you can definitely see like a line from where the peg goes into the shoulder joint. It's definitely visible. It's also a little bit visible on the abs, where you can kind of see that depression in there and like a cross across there. Not too bad. Not really that noticeable, to be honest. When we get to the right arm, something weird I noticed. This is molded in white, but the cuff here looks like it's painted white. But when I take off the hand here, it kind of looks almost like silvery in there. It's hard to tell. Maybe it's... Actually, it might be the other one that I'm thinking of, but... It might be the other arm. Let's take a look real quick. I know one of them had looked strange to me. Okay, yeah, it was definitely this one. Yeah, it's not coming up as easily on camera, but I'm pretty sure it's molded in white, but it almost looks painted white. It's kind of hard to see. The silver on this side, this is all molded. I can't tell if this is molded, like this whole part's molded silver, or if it's just this part that's painted silver. To me, it looks molded, although it is slightly different color to the silver that is up on these parts. This is molded in silver as well. It matches closer to the body than it does the arm. The arm, you can definitely tell, is a bit more shiny compared to the torso. Like from this distance, it's easily recognizable. I mean, look how shiny that is compared to that. So it is like a translucent shininess. It's not like shiny like the helmet up here, which is solid silver. Again, this looks good though. The belt, man, this gold that they used for this belt and for the gold up here, it just comes across really nice, like real shiny. It's really hard to even see the detail on camera, but you get that nice wolfen logo there. And again, it doesn't come with a holster. There's a couple figures, if you wanted to mod this, you could get Lost Galaxy being probably the best one to use, because no one's got Lost Galaxy Red or wants Lost Galaxy Red. He's only like $10 on Amazon, or no, $8 on Amazon right now. It's crazy. So if you wanted to mod on a holster, I'd get Lost Galaxy Red on Amazon. Probably the best one you can get. Back of the figure, again, got all 6 stripes here. Nice to have all 6 striped variant version. Now we take a look at the legs, which I think this is where I have a lot of issues with the figure, not just because of the white boots, but because of the peg holes. They are blue on the silver side, but you know the diamond work on the his left side looks good. It is a little misshapen up here towards the upper section, but you know on this side it looks good. On this side they're missing a diamond right over here. There is supposed to be one. It's not there. It looks kind of weird. I'm not complaining. It's just kind of annoying. But yeah, nothing much else to say there. Again, I did get the white boots, not the silver ones, which is unfortunate. But again, you can just easily paint that yourself. Now, for the rest of this review, I am going to put on his other claw hand. I'm going to move the rest of the accessories out of the way here. Let me stick this back up, and we'll go ahead and put him into a pose and do some size comparisons. Let's do like yeah, like he's coming to grab you, like ah. All right, so the Lunar Wolf Ranger, Silver Ranger, Wild Force, he comes in at just about 6.5 inches with the ears. All right, now this comparison is going to be a little different for height because I'm going to bring in some really old figures I've had since I was a kid. But we're going to start off with some Lightning Collection figures. Now, there are no other Wild Force Rangers publicly available yet. They did reveal Wild Force Blue recently, but Time Force was a team up that they did. So, you know, you got Wes and him. They can team up, do some fun stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have In Space Silver yet. Honestly, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get In Space Silver at this point, but I do have In Space Psycho Silver, which is painted silver rather than molded silver, but, you know, they still look good together. Let me stick him. There you go. Now you can see a better comparison between the silvers. Obviously, the one on the right's a bit more silver. Alright, so I think, let's see, do we want to do one more? Let's get Bridge in here, because what are those boots? Yeah, I just thought it would be funny for the thumbnail. I had that idea ever since he was released, or revealed actually. Alright, let's get them out of the way, and we're going to take a look at some really old toys. So the first one, the Automorphin Silver Ranger. And actually, let's go ahead and take a look at there's a hair on that, yikes. Ugh. These have been in storage for a while. Let's see what the date is on this, if I can get the camera to focus. Alright, let's put that back down. 2001. So the figure I'm holding in my hand right now is 21 years old. That's insane to me. I mean, the mold is 21 years old, but the figure probably came out in 2002, which this came out in. So they are pretty much the exact same height. I mean, the Automorphin's a little bit shorter, but not by much. I mean, it looks good. Speaking of Automorphins, I got one other Automorphin. And funnily enough, it is Zanaku. So, yeah. I mean, it's a decent, very decent stand-in. But what's really cool about Zanaku here is that he also has a silver Ranger helmet there. So, yeah, get all the silver boys looking good together. Alright, those are the Automorphins next to him. One last toy from the era of old. I don't know what this one is officially called, but it is a like a transformer of some kind. We have this Wild Force Red that can turn into the gorilla, a red gorilla, but he's just a little bit taller, just not by much. In gorilla form, he is shorter, of course, because he hunches over. But anyway, I think that covers the size comparisons. I don't think I have any other figures I want to compare him to, but let's go ahead and take a look at the box. So as I said, on the box, he does have his 6 stripes on here, because they did fix it, and the silver boots. A little bit of scuffage on the box, oh well. On this side, you got the Wild Force logo. On this side, you got the Lightning logo, which really blends into his outfit. It's really hard to tell. Top of the box is in blue, bottom of the box, Legalese. front of the box. As you can see, Wild Force Lunar Wolf Ranger. They don't call him silver. He is silver. Anyway, so overall opinions on this figure. I would probably wait to get him in person. I have been looking for like a month now to find this in person, but you know, Amazon pulled through with the pre-order, and I'm okay with the version I got. I don't mind that he's got the white boots. You know, I can always paint those over again. I said it twice in the video already, sorry, but I don't have a problem with the white boots. I do have a problem with the missing stripe, which this figure does have. But I'm also, you know, annoyed that he doesn't have a holster, because, you know, you can't just stick his weapon there, unfortunately. I really like the new molds, the boots, the gloves, and especially the hands. The hand molds are so nice, because you can get him into some really wacky poses with these hands. I mean, there's a lot you can do here, where he's like trying to scare someone or like claw someone up. You know, you can really get him into some wacky poses. But I still, this was one of my highly anticipated figures, and while he didn't come out perfect because of all the issues he had, at least, you know, what he did come with was really good. And you know, I hope Hasbro can keep making these fixes like they are doing, because there are silver boot 6-stripe versions out in the wild, but there's also 5-stripe white boots versions in the wild. As far as I know, there's no 5-stripe silver boots. That would be the rarest, though, because no one's found that yet. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. As always, every Monday, Lightning Collection reviews. But if you want to stay tuned for other videos and want to know when they're dropping, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when those are happening. Leave a comment if you have anything you want to say about this figure, any figure, you know, in particular. And a little sneak preview for next week. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.